Joining me to talk a little bit about the 5 retail pharmacy locations in our area is pharmacy manager here with Guthrie Lord, Shane Wilcox. Hello, Shane. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good. So what role does a pharmacist really play in a person's care?
So as pharmacists, we play an important role in making sure patients get the right medications. So beyond dispensing the prescriptions, we would educate patients on their medications. We would verify dosages with providers. We also do counseling on medication usage. And we work closely with healthcare providers in verifying the right medications are prescribed, the right dosages. If there's therapy changes needed, we can recommend those. And we're basically an advocate for the patient and a resource for the providers. So all in all, we really just kind of help make sure that patients get the right medications, the right dose at the right time.
Okay, yeah, awesome. Thanks for that information. And so there's a lot of pharmacies around here. So what are the main benefits of patients filling their prescription with you guys compared to maybe others?
So recently we just went live with Epic in our retail pharmacies. So that provides a whole extra resource for us because now we are integrated with the medical records with the providers. So we're able to see any updates that the providers make in real time as they come to our pharmacies. So it's easier for us to check for drug interactions, dosing adjustments, because we now have the patient's weight and things like that we can really utilize our skills and making sure the right medications are selected. We also have 5 locations conveniently located throughout the area. We have 2 with drive-thrus at Shenango Bridge Road. On 17 Shenango Bridge Road, and 1 in Johnson City at the Pavilion at the Opala Commons there.
Okay.
So those 2 locations have drive-through, very convenient for patients to pick up. We also have a patient financial assistance program that offers copay assistance for patients that have low income and might need some extra help affording their medications. So they can fill out an application with the hospital, and if they're approved, then they would get that assistance at the pharmacy as well, and as well at the medical offices.
Okay, and you highlighted a little bit earlier about educating people, making sure that they get the right prescription. So really, how do you go about approaching educating the patients on these prescriptions?
So we'd like to take a patient-centered approach. So we really want to make sure that the patients understand their medications, how to take it, what it's for, safety. So making sure we go over the side effects very in depth and making sure they know when they need to reach out to somebody else, whether it be us at the pharmacy first if they're just a little concerned, or if they need to reach out for higher medical attention if it is something more severe.
Yeah.
So and we want to make sure that they know that they can call us at any point. Anytime that they have a question, we're always available. They can give a pharmacy a call and get a pharmacist to ask any questions too. So we like to make sure that they know that.
How would you handle, potential medication interactions?
So anytime that we would see a medication that might not go well with another medication the patient was already taking, we certainly reach out to the provider and offer alternatives. Just check to see why they need that medication and see what we can do to help prevent that. Sometimes they're unavoidable and we might need to adjust dosages if it's something that the patient needs both those medications. But working with a provider is the way that we need to make sure that the patient gets the right treatment.
Yeah, of course. That makes sense. So how does Lord's Pharmacy help patients in getting the appropriate medications and taking them on time?
At Lord's Pharmacies, I like to think that we have a great relationship with all of our patients. We take the time to get to know them on a first name basis, so they feel comfortable coming to us with any questions, concerns, which sometimes patients will have a side effect. They might just decide to stop taking their medication and not really say anything. I like to think that patients feel comfortable coming to us and saying, hey, this is happening. What can I do? And sometimes that recommendation is going to be, we've got to work with your doctor because this is a medication you really kind of need to take, but we can work on potential adjustments to that. So with that, I think that our relationship with our patients is really what makes Lord's Pharmacies different.
All right, perfect. Well, Shane, thank you so much for all that information. I think it was very important, and thank you for meeting with me today.
Yes, thank you.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after the break. But first, here's a live look across the southern